What up, it's your boy T-Bone on Reaction. Today's Wrestling Wednesday. So I wanted to check out a video from Wrestling Flashback called 10 Times WWE Canceled Storyline Fans Were Hyped For as well too, though. I just got finished doing a video about WWE as far as things that was ruined by Triple H and WWE as of late as well too. Some of them may be part of it, but there might be someone even before Triple H took over that could be in this list as well too, though. But there's times there like a storyline's about to happen and fans are excited or even hype about the situation well too, and then sometimes it can get canceled whether there's no direction for it or an injury happens or something controversial happens well too. But other than that, though, we'll take a look at these things though. So without further ado, let's get it. And apology ahead of time because my mic's been going crazy though with the volume. Hope I don't need to get a whole new mic soon. But let me see if I gotta do this. Maybe I might do this. Oh no, that ain't do maybe worse. Anyway, let's keep going.
1, 2, is this on?
Sometimes in WWE, a big moment or tease can ultimately come to nothing.
But how about this? What if you and I, one more time, main evented WrestleMania?
That was literally him coming to me and saying, like, dude, I want to do a match next year. I'd like to do it with you. Like, let us have that WrestleMania match we never got to have. And I was like, yeah, I'm in.
One-off shocks that seemingly start a new storyline can go unresolved.
Next time when I fight Big Show and body slam him over a table, that's going down next year.
People way above my pay grade couldn't put that deal together.
A subtle but potentially key story device may be featured but then never executed.
The Hurt Business got shut down in WWE for reasons that have never been made clear to me. You know,
funny thing we had somebody in the group I'm back with now is talking about that. How about how they never forgive WWE in general for not having Hurt Business versus Bloodline, but we'll talk about that when it comes to that part. If they talk about it, let me just see. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because y'all know my story with the Hurt Business. But anyway, let's keep going. Thank God, that's why I say I will get AEW and Tony Khan props for what they doing with the Hurt Syndicate right now. I'll say that. But other than that,
people there in management that I dislike immensely. A person. And I won't even bother to get into that.
Well, how about where there's lots of buzz and hype behind a wrestler that ultimately goes nowhere?
Yeah. You've got it. Yeah, you want Brock, you've got it.
I was waiting for that phone call the whole time. And then to get that particular phone call that I got, and there was still so much uncertainty after the phone call, I was like, man.
Today, we'll be looking at examples featuring all of this and more as we highlight 10 moments that ultimately led to nothing in WWE.
How does Vince direct you?
I'm gonna bend her over. And you're going to kiss her with all of the passion you can find.
I forgot about
in June
that
2025,
yeah. I'm irked that I'm low-key irked. I ain't gonna lie. I'm low-key irked that this didn't capitalize at all as well too, because it was hot. It was boiling hot going as well too. Other reason I'm irked about it because you got the asshole fans who always want to go there about what happened with this. People are still liking this and all that. People love to be. It's like people enjoy being assholes in the wrestling fandom, and they will love to talk shit about something that's not happening anymore just to make themselves feel good. And that's why I'm irked about this being they dropping the ball with this, because they're having a field day with this. The asshole fans are having a field day with it as well too. That's why. But let's go.
Truth announced his contract wasn't going to be renewed by WWE. No one could believe it as tributes poured in on social media from his peers. The fans, meanwhile, were outraged. Given how beloved Truth was, there was a lot of backlash, enough to force WWE and their parent company TKO's hand into going back on their decision.
Shout out to Geekerbox for always like showcasing folks. Geekbox was showing cases and guys like the Gay show as well too react to like moments and stuff like that. So yeah.
Turned a week later at Money in the Bank to much shock and fanfare.
Oh my God!
Yep.
Oh my God! Truth is here!
In the post-show press conference, Triple H tried to play the whole thing off as a work.
R-Truth, was he actually released or leaving the company? And if so, how much did fans play a role in it? Or was there something else that made you guys decide, like, you know what, we want this guy still here?
I love the question. You enjoying the show? Whole part of the show, man.
But Truth confirmed on social that this was not the case at all. The next night, Truth cut his hair while using his real name, Ron Killings.
I am Ron Killings!
And from here, he dropped the comedy and became a serious character again for the first time since 2011. Although, as the weeks progressed, it became clear creative didn't have much for Ron. He was brought back to appease the fans amidst all the bad PR, but there was no real plan. After just 2 months and having not done anything of substance on the show since first returning, Truth was back to his comedic ways.
If you back, I'm back. We back. I feel good. Hey, B-Sides, I got, you got, we all got a childhood hero.
My bad. I flew to Dublin, Georgia, and not Dublin, Ireland.
My name is Ron Cena.
His return and comeback promo had fans heavily invested, but WWE quickly squandered the buzz due to the lack of story and follow-up.
Like, I don't think Ron Killings failed because of the performer or the performances. I think it failed because it never really got like the appropriate introduction to the audience. Like, what exactly is a Ron Killings compared to an R-Truth?
Sean O'Haire.
Yeah, I feel like they could have kept. If they wanted him to be common, they could have had like a split personality comment, kind of like they were doing with Bailey right now. It was just kind of crazy, but still. Now I can't speak too much about this situation because majority of the character was heel. But at the same time, but outside kayfabe, yeah, they could have did better with him in a way. But I can't say too much because the character was a heel, and I don't want to think condoning any kind of heel activity or heel in general. So I'm gonna let this one ride on this one.
O'Haire was seen as an incredible gifted athlete that looked to have finally landed a great character in 2003 when vignettes began airing on SmackDown hyping him up as the devil's advocate.
Why do you even need to pay taxes? They're nothing but a scam. And who's gonna know? Do you think the IRS has time to go after a little guy like you?
Laws are merely suggestions. Live life the way that you want to. Do it for you.
The video packages were very good and created quite a bit of buzz with fans believing the character had a lot of potential.
Stop the prayers. Hit the snooze. You'll go next week. And if there is a God, he'll forgive you.
It'll make your relationship stronger in the end. What she doesn't know won't hurt.
It crazy, but a lot of people compare what Kerr and Cross had going on a little bit with him in a way too.
You'll appreciate your wife more.
The problem was O'Haire couldn't replicate these promos in a live arena setting. He struggled to showcase the same charisma as we saw in the vignettes.
Are you telling me that I should flash the audience tonight?
Oh my God!
You want me to streak?
Oh, I forgot he's the reason why he was naked spanky. Lord.
What? No! Oh no!
He really did it. Oh my God! That was the wrestling version of Milli Vanilli. It was so cool to watch, but if he'd ever had to open his mouth live, he would have been over with.
He continued to be featured, however, and was never pinned in a singles match on SmackDown as this character. Eventually, Shawn became more stripped back and spoke less as he was paired with the returning Roddy Piper as his manager. O'Haire would even defeat Hulk Hogan via countout during this period, but there was little in terms of follow-up, especially after Piper was fired. Shawn departed in April 2004 after 5 months of inactivity. Overall, O'Haire just couldn't make the Devil's Advocate persona work.
The rep on Sean O'Haire was not good. I don't know if it was attitudinal, just his lack of social skills.
The gimmick itself had legs. Shawn just didn't have the personality to pull it off, and thus got lost in the shuffle once the character was dropped. O'Haire drew comparisons to
I just talked it up. That's nice how you put them back to back. Yup.
Karrion Kross a decade later. Kross was able to flesh things out more while also possessing the charisma to really pull the character off well. Kross returned to WWE in 2022, where he began to craft his heel puppet master persona that sought to find the devil inside his babyface rivals.
Do something.
A lot of people saying he was like kind of low key in a way, took over the situation with Bray was kind of doing away with, you know, how he brought the other side of them out, whether it's a full heel turn or just a little more edgier stuff as well too. When it comes to the likes of KO and Daniel Bryan at the time as well too, but it was fortunately went to the hillside eventually.
When are you going to let this guy shine? When you retire?
Yup.
Because if that's the case, I can help you look into some early retirement plans.
No. Over time, many of Karrion's foes began to either turn to the dark side or find the edge they were lacking. In most cases, this wasn't pushed heavily on TV as part of the story, but Kross made sure on social media to tie everything together in a way that gave his character meaning. This was important since Kross wasn't being featured every week, so continuing the lore outside of the show began to
he was doing a lot of promos in like IG and all as well too, though, and like fans like wondering why they couldn't do it as well too. And then again, it's hard to for some fans like myself to in a way kind of conflicted. It was conflicted with fans myself because again, his character was fortunately still a heel, but he was like trying to get popular. And I'll be honest, they could have pulled a face turn on him to make him a serious anti-hero, like almost like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, but we never got a chance to happen because he didn't resign.
Strike a chord with the fans.
Everybody I've been dealing with here in WWE, eventually, I get them to show their true colors.
After losing his final Testament faction, Cross's time in the ring began to get limited, appearing exclusively in backstage segments and doing interviews during commercial breaks.
I'm just the devil you know versus the devils you don't.
But again, he wasn't on every week. However, fans were getting more and more invested in his work. Online, the people were lobbying to see him get a push.
Cross is in trouble and Dragon Lee does damage.
Yeah, like I said,
if he were getting great opportunities, if he were the Intercontinental Champion or the U.S. Champion right now, would he have this level of support from the crowd? It reminds me of someone else, by the way, that the audience felt this.
Yep, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and we like I say, you could have had a chance to have a baby face, baby's like almost like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, like a baby face, but they didn't go along with it though. So yeah.
Is our guy. We'd like him to be a bigger star. Why aren't you making him a bigger star?
Although Cross's stop-and-start rivalries with the likes of AJ Styles and Sami Zayn persisted. Meanwhile, the stuff we did see on screen was good, but could have been better if more creative leeway was given.
You're not a good guy. You're a bad guy. Just like the rest of us.
What is this obsession with you and this other AJ Styles?
Because I can't let you lose at Mania. If you lose, we all lose. We need it.
I tried to make the little things I had backstage mean as much as possible, and the audience actually forced their hand to use me.
Cross didn't have a match at WrestleMania 41 in his home residence of Las Vegas, but his presence was still very much felt as he shot his own angle with Styles at the Hall of Fame red carpet. This led to him being asked to come on WWE's WrestleMania Recap podcast, where Karrion cut an unscripted work shoot promo that upset the higher-ups, including creative figurehead Triple H.
Guy with the suit and tie in the truck, go fuck yourself. That's from Killer Cross. No.
Yep.
Although Cross made it clear he wasn't targeting anyone.
And the thing about it, though, a lot of people was behind with that, but at the same time, again, he was a heel. But that's why for a while I was calling him Confused Cross, because he was coming off as he's still going along with the heel persona, but he was coming off as a anti-hero babyface in a way. So it was like, what you want to do, man?
Person in particular. During his tirade, Karrion rued all the miscreative opportunities WWE had fumbled with him over the past year.
The entire world is talking about my story right now. I don't want to get in trouble and have another viral moment. Thank you, brother.
This is when cries of "We want Cross" began to rapidly intensify.
Exactly.
Well, now you got me!
Karrion's contract expired in August 2025, and as of September, he has not signed a new one due to the lack of an appropriate offer. That's despite the big push and groundswell to see him maintain a presence in the company.
They leaked my fucking contract information online. I have no privacy, nothing.
You have it. You've got it. Yeah, you want Brock, you've got it.
Especially in those last 4 months where Cross produced 2 out-of-character independent documentaries that not only increased his popularity, but also asked more questions of WWE and how they could miss the boat with someone the fans clearly wanted to see.
Yeah, like I said, he came off as him being a babyface in a way, but again, they got his character still stuck as a heel, and this was even questioning about why we still have the alignment system now. Because I always say it's been time it's been time for that, but hopefully that day come and a lot of fans have some full freedom on as well too. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was waiting for that phone call the whole time, and then to get that particular phone call that I got, and there was still so much uncertainty after the phone call, I was like, man.
We'd sometimes see Cross tucked away backstage in scenes involving other wrestlers. This storyline device was often used by Triple H, where wrestlers having a conversation in the background would have implications later on. This wasn't always the case, however, since we'd also see talent speaking to each other in which their interaction had no bearing on the story. This could simply be a way of fans talking and speculating about where things are going, but it's also true that some of these conversations were meant to have an effect down the line.
What's the on commentary? It's Pat McAfee.
So JBL done changed his name, dog?
A good example being the reunion of the Hurt Business, which was teased for weeks on screen.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You are channel changing television. If at some point.
Hold up. My thing is that phrase. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So, they talk more so about the chance of it, though. See, around that time, I was okay with it because hopefully I was hoping this time they make them anti-hero faces. And give me a second real quick. Again, my bad. I had to take care of something. Anyway, this right here, I remember this. I was hoping this happened. And the only reason I'm hoping it happened is hopefully this time they make them anti-hero faces, not no heels as well too. Because you know my story about me with the Hurt Business, and not having to do with the Hurt Business themselves. Is with the damn fans. Is with the fans with that as well too. It's with the fans that made it worse as well too. I even read what I said about this as well too, because mostly my group I'm back with one of the guys said on Public Opinion, especially here, but I would never forgive for WWE for choosing the Bloodline over Hurt Business as well too. About them not getting the matchup as well too though. But you know, both the Bloodline at the time and the Hurt Business was a dark cloud in my wrestling. Don't call out in wrestling for me at the time as well too. Give me a second. I gotta fix something on that though. I'm back. I had to fix what I wrote it. But yeah, I almost quit being a wrestling fan over the whole situation, over both faction at times as well too. And it wasn't even because the faction nor the wrestlers as well too. It was because of fans, putting me in lose-lose situations as well too. You remember the Bloodline? Well, Roman, when he first turned heel, I was going to give him a pass because I'm all for the faces. Well, the only reason I was going to pass because one, people expect me to was going great. Go to so many checkouts out here. So I'm still tired of that to this day. Nonsense. And then two, after what he been through with the leukemia, the way fans treating, I was going to pass, but then folks trying to call me heelish for giving the pass, so I'll drop that as well too. So I didn't want to do the same thing. I didn't want to go through the same thing happening with the Hurt Business starting, so I was against the Hurt Business. But then fans was on my cage trying to villainize me. I didn't quit the group I was in. I'm in now. Nah, I quit that group. During the time over there, I fucked that BWO group over there as well too. Fuck them. They was the biggest assholes about it as well too. Cause I wanted to root for them. Cause again, they was heels. And the reason why they gave me on case because they're a black faction and all that as well too. Everybody in that group, because is a black. It's a black wrestling group as well too. They that I'm in a Facebook group, but they was on, and a lot of people at the time was on that. Shout out to Issa Rae, but on the Issa Rae comment though, I root for everybody black as well too. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, someone still had the whole tradition is root for the faces and boo the heels, but folks give you a problem for it. So I was wanting to quit being a fan because I started to feel like being a wrestling fan for a while, and still kind of felt at that time it's not for me anymore if I gotta deal with shit like that, because I gotta get villainized for not rooting for a villain. Like, to me, it's like, why be fan of something or be part of anything where you get villainized for root for the things that the same villain character? Like, it's backwards as hell, and it's mentally fucked up. I'm gonna play this mentally fucked up. Now, I mean, especially somebody who have mental issues as well too, or have deal with mental situation and then saying stuff like that. That's why fuck half them guys in the I know it's a constant thing that I turn my videos to the rant, but I'm gonna do it again. Fuck them half them guys in JTN groups, JTN network group, especially the one I'm gonna say about this because he put me in the middle, fucked up with that as well too. I don't care who he's playing now. You don't play people mental like that. That's that Keith Johnson dickhead rather too. And think about, I thought he was a cool person, but he a dickhead for it. Want to villainize me for first not wanting to root for Bianca. If you turn heel, you say be one side's heel as well too. And then say she was in Naomi. I'm trying to explain that. And he said, and he want to slide talk to another dickhead. Found to be a dickhead. Corey Gerard, where his fucking name is, going going to say that, he'll, like, fuck you. How about that? Sorry I had to burn that out, but think about it. Piss me the fuck off right there. Well, too. And the sad part about it, it's like there's some folks in that group as well, MO with in general and with me as well, too, though, as well, that they want people to piss off so they can go to the dark side as well, too, though. But I had to let that out just because I thought about it, kind of pissed me off again as well, too. But yeah, I'm sorry to make this thing longer than it is with my rant, but I had to express myself about that with the Hurt Business. But yeah, thank God Hurt Syndicate are now anti-hero faces. Thank God for Tony Khan for that, and AEW for doing that finally as well too. Because for me it was conflicting. You had the fans chanting, we heard people, but again they was heels. But now that they finally made a face thanks to the Light Skin Ricochet and the Light Skin Brigade, I'm happy as well too, and relieved as well too. And of course, right now the Bloodline, the OG Bloodline babyface as well too. So yeah, Dark Cloud's over as well too. There's still some Dark Line here and there as well too. Because now I got certain fans trying to try with me with Dominic because the Dominic versus Rusev, I said nobody to root for because the heel, but then they was trying to force me to root for Dom. I'm like, no, he's a heel. I'm not doing it. But yeah, let's get back to the subject of the video as well too. I made a 15-minute video. The point is at 19. It's 9 minutes. It's 20 minutes video. So I apologize if the rant made longer. If you want to skip the rant, you can skip the rant. Anyway, let's get going.
Watch television. You are channel-changing television.
If at some point you should decide to expand that business, my number's the same.
Until behind the scenes, Triple H ultimately decided against it.
The Hurt Business got shut down in WWE for reasons that have never been made clear to me. No one has ever said, and I begged Vince, Bobby begged Vince, like, please don't do this. Vince had his ideas of what he wanted to do. There are people there in management that I dislike immensely. A person. And I wouldn't even bother to get into that.
Speaking of Triple H, his run-ins with The Rock in 2014 and 15 teased an upcoming match between the two taking place at future WrestleMania. The first tease was on the October 10, 2014 SmackDown, where the show celebrated 15 years on the air.
We go to WrestleMania, name the time, the place, the stadium, the hundreds of thousands of people. I will whip McDonald. I will.
Rock and Hunter's next showdown saw them hint towards a tag match featuring the Great One and Ronda Rousey against The Game and his wife Stephanie McMahon.
She's going to reach down your throat. And pull your insides out
and
play jump rope with your fallopian tube.
Yeah, that was lovely.
The tag match was the eventual plan. However, The Rock's busy schedule in Hollywood meant things never came to fruition.
And then
Triple H and Steph went on to wrestle Ronda at WrestleMania 34 with Kurt Angle as her partner instead.
It's unfortunately for me, I always feel like it's the one thing, like we got to this unbelievably heated long-term rivalry and then never got to pay it off on the biggest platform possible.
And come to find out, they really was beefing. I come to find out they was beefing to the point of having like backstage back and everything too. Like if you saw Young Rock how like they portrayed as having a beef, like slight little beef, that was just the light of it. From what I heard, I came across in a recent post not too long ago as well too. So yeah.
And I think Rock feels that way too. Is why a couple of years ago we did the backstage little thing.
I saw that last night. Hilarious.
Yeah,
so funny.
And that was literally him coming to me and saying, like, dude, I want to do a match next year. I'd like to do it with you. Like, let us have that WrestleMania match we never got to have. And I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Why did that not happen?
His schedule.
The Rock had previously been paired with Trish Stratus when they got revenge on their rival Vince McMahon. Rock and Trish's pairing seemed to suggest a romance between the two after they kissed on the December 3rd Raw from 2001.
Yup. I kind of remember this, yeah.
The hinted romance only lasted a few weeks before Rock and Trish continued to work alone in their respective divisions.
There'll be plenty of time for you to smell what the Rock
That's true. Yo.
Said historically, the chairman Vince didn't like positioning two top baby faces in a relationship together, in fear that the audience would turn on them. Another one-off smooch occurred the next year when Raw general manager Eric Bischoff forced himself on SmackDown GM Stephanie. This seemed like just another heel act
this
by
was
Eric,
random.
until McMahon began to enjoy the
This
kiss.
was random. This was random as hell, dog. That was too random.
This was another one-off shock done simply to pop the audience on the night.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably the rare focus light of this one, but I enjoyed Stephanie McMahon as a babyface general manager, and I enjoyed her little feud with Sable. Not gonna lie, as well too.
Stephanie acting like she wanted to kiss Bischoff made absolutely no sense given the feud between the two. Vince didn't even try to make it go anywhere, as he told the writers to forget it ever happened after they pitched ideas trying to make sense of it all.
How does Vince direct you?
Get in there, pal! Get into those puppies! Look at them! Embrace it!
Not the impression! Not the impression!
And you're going to kiss her with all of the passion you can.
Bruce, man, good impression of him, though. I mean...
The end game for a romance in wrestling usually has someone turning on the other, and this was the plan when Nia Jax began an...
I ain't gonna lie. This one, I low-key enjoyed it. Only because I love seeing, the tough girl have a vulnerable side, a crust vulnerable side as well, too. That's what I loved about it, though. It was random. I liked it when they had a little love thing with Santino and Tamina. That was cool. That was cute as well, too. I liked this. So I enjoyed this in a way as well, too, though, man. They kind of did something with this, but I get it.
The infatuation with Enzo Amore.
Because, Nia Jax is a beautiful woman. I mean, despite her being her heel character and her no being botched, though, and hopefully Jay as well, too, with that scar. Nia is a beautiful girl, so this is actually refreshing as well, too, to see.
2017.
Well, what do we got over here?
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Yeah. I liked it, I ain't gonna lie.
This lasted for just over a month until abruptly ending when Amore was released due to real-life accusations leveled against him from a woman in Phoenix, Arizona. Enzo was since
some bullshit. I mean, yeah, I guess I get it. He turned heel, reached with the cruiserweight title, but still, that was some bullshit. And also contributed was the backstage he had a little bit as well too. But that was some bullshit because him and Kaz was top, and they fucking Vince, and then
revealed that he and Nia were to begin a relationship that would end after Jax caught Amore hooking up with her friend Alexa Bliss, thus turning Jax into a babyface.
Well, she eventually turned babyface. Still,
I really need to talk to you. It's either him or me.
This would then lead to a match between the two at WrestleMania 34. The match still ended up happening, just without Enzo's involvement, given his firing in January 2018. Big Show and Shaquille O'Neal first crossed paths in WWE back in 2009.
I know, I low-key wanted this to happen. This was cool, man. Especially that moment right there. I wanted it, man. Yeah, that first between that and then the battle royal
again at WrestleMania 32.
Yep. And I was hoping they happen in AEW when both was in AEW at the time, but I think Big Show time was over at that time, yo.
With the aim of getting them both in the ring against one another the next year. Show had previously worked a famous sports star in Floyd Mayweather at Mania 24 to much press, so it only made sense for two of the world's largest athletes to collide on the grandest stage.
Before he retires, it'll just be me against him. So, if you're listening, I'm ready to take on Big Show whenever, wherever.
Jackson one needs to show up and get it done, not me. I work there. He said come to me. I don't need to go to him.
Let's do it.
You serious?
Let's do it. I'm in. Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, I'm in.
I'm in too. Hey.
Next time when I fight Big Show and body slam him over a table, that's going down next year in Orlando. That's a big man.
Big Show vs. Shaq was lined as a marquee attraction for WrestleMania 33. Show even got himself in the best shape of his career ahead of the clash, but the match never happened. While plenty of reasons were rumored for the cancellation, such as money and O'Neal not being in shape, Big Show chalked it up to scheduling issues and poor communication from WWE.
I think the biggest thing was aligning WWE and Shaq for.
I wanted it, man.
Shaq said it was problems on the company's end that caused the bout to be scrapped, since they wanted to make it a tag match instead of a singles. Regardless, it was a massive blunder, given how literally massive the match could have been.
They still should have did it. I don't care if it was a tag match. They still should have did it.
Way above my pay grade. Couldn't put that deal together.
One part of the bloodline story that never got fully fleshed out was the role played by the elders of the family. They were certainly mentioned a couple times over the course of the storyline.
Blessed by the elders of his family, adorned with the chief's beads.
Again, already said my rant about that with Bloodline 2, but I ain't gonna make this video longer than it is. I made a 15-minute video, 30 minutes.
I acknowledge you, my tribal chief.
They were alluded to as the ultimate higher powers of the family that could make decisions which would override that of even the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
This is tribal combat now.
Do the elders know about this? It was their ideals.
He said it was the elders' idea.
He's not supposed to be talking to them. Only I talk to them.
The reason the elders and their decisions didn't play a bigger, more prolonged role in the story was likely due to the tragic passing of both Afa and Sika in August and June of 2024. Rikishi is also seen as one of the elders. However, unlike the Wild Samoans, he was not given an on-screen role at any point in the Bloodline story. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our similar video on 10 wrestling promos. So
I might think about that, but yeah. Other than that, though, again, apologize for the my rant in the middle. If you want, if you need to, you can skip it. But still, sometimes I gotta express myself. When it shit hit my mind, I gotta express myself. But other than that, yeah, a good amount of these was definitely sucks that they got called off. The R2 one definitely irks me because it promoted the asshole fans who love the shit on anything or that idea, the shit on anything, or let the laughing folks for having this high hopes for anything as well too. That's one. Short hair, I can't touch it too much, but because he was mainly heel, but at the same time, it sucked. It sucked as well too. RP Sean Hera. Carry across, I mean, they had a goal mom making him this next Stone Cold like baby face as well too, but dropped the ball with that. Like I said, I had my big rant came around to her business as well too, because you know, fans at the time. Made me almost quit being a wrestling fan over her business and Bloodline as well too. The Rock, yeah, this would have been nice. That sucked. That didn't happen. This was interim. This was random. I was actually the fan of this little connection, and I wish they went somewhere with it. Same with this as well too. And again, no comments but that would have been interesting to see the Elder get in, but you know, sadly, you know, we lost both of the Wild Samoans, and you know, at least Rikishi could have got involved, but it didn't happen. Other than that, comment down below on this, and if you went to my rant, comment on my rant too. Even if you're person against the rap as well too, alright, because whatever, I can argue you in the comments if I have to. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird Son, and all of one love.